right, marketers, grab your overpriced standing desk and that oat milk latte you love so much, because welcome to Notorious B2B, the only show where we treat LinkedIn drama like breaking news and expose the real B2B marketing sins.
Yeah, think of us like SNL meets TMZ, but for the people who argue about whether gated content is still a thing or not. I'm Task Bober, B2B landing page nerd and lovable troll on LinkedIn.
And I'm Tim Davidson, the guy making TikTok-style videos and cutting fruit on LinkedIn. Together, we're cutting out nonsense and roasting the most ridiculous trends in B2B marketing.
Because if we have to suffer through another 10 things getting engaged taught me about B2B sales, we're taking you all down with us.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so docket this week.
It's pretty dockety. All right, let's get into it. But first, we have something very special because today's episode of Notorious B2B is sponsored by no one. No one at all.
It could be you.
Could be.
It could be
no one
you.
right now.
But no one right now. We do have two sponsors already. B2B Riz and the Scroll Lab. Very notable companies in the B2B space.
Huge.
Huge. Huge.
People want to steal from us all the time.
Very successful.
Massive.
Massive.
Multi-zero figure.
Multi-six figure.
At least 5 figures.
At least 5 figures.
But we wouldn't hate sponsors, is what we're saying.
Yeah. You and I have talked about the kind of sponsors that would be good for Notorious B2B. You know what's hilarious? I went and met up with Heike Young yesterday. She's the head of content at Microsoft, for anybody who knows, but she is most what you're like, Microsoft
sponsor?
Microsoft? No. And it was funny because she does listen to our podcast and she loves it. And we were laughing because for B2B, our podcast is probably considered edgy, right? Because it didn't go through 600 approvals and like we kind of give our opinions and they're not always favorable, right?
They're not always factual.
Not always factual. It's literally just our opinions and people like to listen to it, for whatever reason.
That's fine.
But she said that if we were on like TikTok or something, you have to be so outrageously edgy to even make any movement. But if you do it on LinkedIn, it's like, the way she described it is we put a little seasoning on LinkedIn and everyone's like, that's too spicy. We can't handle it. And she's like, so it's funny because in any other context, our podcast would be kind of like tepid, mild.
Very mild. Like, American.
It's more
food.
like the Ortega medium spicy taco sauce. That's kind of like that.
It's like paprika. There's literally no taste to it. It's just color. It's literally paprika.
It can be spicy sometimes, right?
You ever used paprika?
Yes, I love paprika, but I'm saying
Literally
that ours
only
can
color.
be. You don't think ours is more
I'm
chili
saying-
powder than paprika? Or no? We're pretty mild.
I see what you're saying. Wrong metaphor. Loved it though, but wrong metaphor.
So anyway, but we talked a little bit about our numbers last time. And so as of last week, we're like at 5,800 downloads across all the platforms, which I think is pretty good for you.
Not
never
bad.
promoting the podcast.
I promote it sometimes.
How? When?
I did a TikTok video on it, so that's cool.
How many people follow you on TikTok?
I got like 4K. So
Oh, you do?
don't knock it. Don't knock it before you try it.
Shit. Okay, I have like 63 people.
All of them are like enterprise 2 followers.
Oh,
guaranteed.
the ICP quality is ripe.
Serious quality.
Yeah.
You already said listener at Microsoft. I mean, that's just enterprise right there.
So you and I talked about the kind of company that would be great to sponsor us. One, an edgy B2B. So like an Air, right? We need to really reach out to that dude. That could be
Bonnie
someone.
on the episode.
Yeah, but I feel like Air would love to do something like that. There's quite a few creative people who listen to us. So that's like their ICP, right? Also, a sponsor could not be in B2B at all. It could be a B2C person. You would love diapers.
Pampers.
I don't need
Pampers.
diapers anymore. I don't need diapers anymore.
Oh, you don't wear them anymore?
We just use pull-ups for like, the second one's like potty trained except for nap and bedtime. So I feel like I'm out of that, but also like I wouldn't hate a B2C sponsor.
I was saying, there's like a joke there. Like you're done with diapers, like you personally.
Anyway, what, like me as a person? Like I need Depends or something? Okay.
Like you need diapers, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
not that old. Okay. Timothy. Also, aren't we like the same age? Or am I like a year older than you or something?
You're probably younger than me. So.
You're probably younger than you. Okay. So yeah, I mean, there are other edgy ones. We could also find like a CEO who loves to talk about like boobs on LinkedIn. That would be the boobs guy would be a great guy to sponsor this podcast.
Let's
cool.
maybe,
Let's cool it on the examples. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, but you said last time getting with us this early is like getting with Nvidia before they became Nvidia. I feel like we're kind of there, right? Like we're gonna take down Dave Gerhardt. What do you think? We're gonna get that
100%.
famous? Okay.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not even like Nvidia is like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like getting in at Bitcoin 2002. That's how early you are. Then it's going to skyrocket, but faster. Like ChatGPT growth in terms of years, but growth in terms of length from Bitcoin. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Early days.
Don't people think Bitcoin's like a scam though?
Yeah, but have you seen the prices for it?
No.
It's crazy.
Is it crazy?
It's like 34,000 a bit.
Oh.
Coin.
I'm very unfamiliar with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you want to get with Bitcoin like it's 2002, hit us up. We are open and yeah, it's a good time. The first sponsor will get very special things. So.
Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Special treatment.
Special treatment. Okay. Our docket is docketing.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
Now we got some
Retention rate.
stuff.
Now that we've sold you and pitched you like how B2B companies do. Oh yeah, call us for pricing, by the way.
Yeah, call us, like literally a phone number.
Yeah, call us for pricing. Schedule a demo.
Everyone just dropped off.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Docket is docketing. So I don't know what it is. Maybe this has always been going on, but what's up with all the hacks in B2B? We've just been like nonstop.
I think we're easy pickings
for the hacks. Yeah, but it's weird because we have to go through so many approval processes, fucking trainings. We can't do anything without an authenticator app. Yet somehow they still manage to infiltrate B2B companies. Why? Why are we like this? What's happening?
What do we got here? So
okay.
Oh, another Salesforce one.
I know. So last week, we talked about Workday's CRM, and they were very like weird about saying the names, but Workday CRM getting hacked through like phishing scams or social, what's it called? Like social phishing? Social engineering. Thank you. But here's another thing, which is an article. This is actually on the Google Cloud website, and it says widespread data theft targets Salesforce instances. Initially, they thought it was through Drift. Ooh, spicy. So here's the background. Google Threat Intelligence Group, GTIG, is issuing an advisory to alert orgs about a widespread data theft campaign carried out by the actor tracked as UNC 6395 as early as August 8th this year through the 18th. The actor targeted Salesforce customer instances through compromised, again, auth tokens associated with Salesloft Drift third-party application. So they exported large volumes of data from numerous corporate Salesforce instances. And the GTIG assesses the primary intent of the threat actor is to harvest credentials and then obviously be able to access the CRMs themselves. After the data was taken out, the actor searched through the data to look for secrets that could be potentially used to compromise victim environments. So this user was targeting sensitive credentials such as their AWS access keys, Snowflake-related tokens, and passwords. And then they also demonstrated operational security awareness by deleting some query jobs. However, logs were not impacted, and org should still review relevant logs, yada, yada, yada. So based on the data available at the time, Salesloft indicated that customers that do not integrate with Salesforce are not impacted by this campaign. But like, who does not have Drift hooked up to Salesforce? Like I've used Drift for like 4 companies, and every single time they were hooked up.
Why are you using Drift? Why, if you're using Salesforce, why aren't they hooked up?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's another CRM.
Yeah, okay,
like you're hooked up to HubSpot or something.
So it's only Salesforce and Drift customers, both.
Yes, the ones that have the integration.
But
this is the initial story. There's an update to the story. So Salesloft with Salesforce revoked all active access and refresh tokens with the Drift application, and then Salesforce removed the Drift application from their app exchange until this has all been resolved and a further investigation was done. So Salesforce killed the integration, killed the availability of the app on the exchange, killed all the access back and forth to their stuff. Now there's an update as of today. Based on new information, the scope of this compromise is not exclusive to the Salesforce integration with Drift and actually impacts other integrations. We now advise all Salesloft Drift customers to treat any and all authentication tokens stored in or connected to the Drift platform as potentially compromised. So this is if you are hooked up to HubSpot, if your Drift is hooked up to 6 Sense, whatever, right? Whatever it is, it's potentially compromised. So if you're a Drift customer,
oh my,
yes, which is huge, right? So investigation confirmed that the author also compromised all the authentication tokens for the Drift email integration. So if you're using any email type integration in there, which actually has access to a number of Google Workspace accounts. So it is going like deep. So in response to these findings and to protect our customers, Google has identified the impacted user. So this is why Google's reporting on this, is because it impacts Google Workspace. They're contacting Workspace administrators, yada, yada. Now Salesloft has engaged Mandiant to assist in their investigation, and they updated some notification based on it. But again, we love to throw this shit under the rug. So on Drift's website, it says, we detected a security issue. Out of an abundance of caution, we've revoked connections between Drift and Salesforce, and they're telling people step by step how to disconnect the platform from their CRM. But we now know that it's not just Salesforce. Okay, go. Thoughts. This is crazy.
Well, I was just trying to figure out why Google Cloud was
even investigating it.
Yeah. So Mandiant, I think, is that owned by Google?
Is it?
It says Google Cloud Security, Cyber Defense. I'm pretty sure they're owned by Google.
Mandiant is a recognized leader, cyber defense, threat intelligence. Is Mandiant now part of subsidiary of Google?
Yeah, they acquired them in 2022. I was trying to figure out why Google. Yeah, that sounds.
So Google is involved primarily because the emails associated, there's a fraction that's part of the Google Workspace. So they probably identified a threat there, kind of did some trace it back to this, and now it's become this like huge deal. So notable companies, Drift, Salesforce, the integration. Now Clary, all being, I would be worried. This is something that I would have had to react to had I been internal, 1000%. Because like I said, every place I worked at connected to Salesforce, I would have to, this would have been an emergency fire at my company.
I'm kind of surprised not more people are talking about this, because Salesforce is the second time. Well, the first one was like actual
social.
It's not really Salesforce's fault. It's more like employees' faults.
Yes, but this one is an actual hack. Okay.
It's no United Airlines one, or CrowdStrike? Remember that big one?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So here's another one. There's another one. Yes. Here's a different one. The FBI has warned that Russian government-linked hackers are exploiting a 7-year-old Cisco software vulnerability to target critical infrastructure worldwide. And so these are affiliated with Russia, compromising thousands of unpatched and end-of-life Cisco networking devices. They're leveraging a critical flaw in Cisco's Smart Install feature, which allows remote, unauthenticated attackers to execute arbitrary code or cause a denial of service condition. Cisco did issue a patch for this in 2018, but many orgs never applied it. So it's an old one. It's an old vulnerability, 2018, and like obviously technology has improved, and that's how they did it with ours too. So what are they collecting? They are collecting device configuration files, and some of these are modified to enable long-term unauthorized access to victim networks without their knowledge. The hackers use this access to conduct like reconnaissance, showing particular interest in industrial control systems and their protocols. So basically just using it to compromise their networks and gain access indefinitely. So this shit just keeps happening. What the freaking hell is going on?
I think hackers are just good. I honestly don't think there's a way to stop it all. I think hackers are really good at it, and AI is probably making them better. I don't think AI has made it defensively better. Yeah, I'm sure it has. Again, not in security at all.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it has increased it and made it better. But I have a feeling that the hackers are better with it
and
than the
faster.
actual security teams.
I mean, if you think about it, the approval processes and stuff like that they have to go through. I work with a lot of like cybersecurity clients, and one of the things that they always talk about is not being reactionary, being more proactive, detecting vulnerabilities ahead of time, that kind of stuff. Because IT teams, InfoSec teams are typically reactionary. And now that it's happening so fast, this is just the nature of the job. But I don't know if we can ever be non-reactionary. Like they just move way faster than we move. It would have to be like you're giving your security teams full autonomy to like put the walls up. You're not trying to, stop gate. You have to move fast. You have to make decisions fast. You can't have 16 meetings about the same thing. You just kind of got to let them do it.
To be honest, though, it's also made a huge industry.
Yes.
So, I'm no conspiracy theorist here.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
No. But sometimes I do wonder if some industry like hired hackers to like do these type of things so they can sell their services.
Oh, that's
think about it.
That's some rippling deal slyness.
Yeah, think about it. It's just like think about how big cybersecurity has become.
Yeah.
Like the whole industry itself. There's always going to be people hacking stuff, spammers, which have gotten really good too, or scammers have gotten really good too. Maybe not directly, but maybe indirectly. They've kind of so I think of it as like the superhero syndrome. Because Superman or these big, superheroes have powers, they attract villains. But if the city didn't have a superhero, there wouldn't be any villains attacking them. But because there is cybersecurity defense, they attract hackers because it's a game.
Yes.
Think about hackers. Some of the hackers, it's not about getting the money or getting the information.
Info, yeah.
It's a freaking game. Can I beat you?
It's a power trip. Yeah.
And I do wonder if that superhero syndrome is, I don't even know that's the way to say it, but I feel like that's the thing.
Your Marvel side is shining right now.
Yes. It is.
I mean, here's the thing.
That was DC, by the way.
Oh, whatever. I follow your logic. And I think, I agree. Sometimes it's like, can cybersecurity exist if the villains didn't exist, the scammers didn't exist? No, it wouldn't. So you kind of like, it's a necessary evil in order to keep that industry going. But yeah, I feel like the motivations of both parties are very different, right? So the hackers, like, yeah, sure, there's probably money involved, but yeah, there is a little bit of, can I beat this? That's why last time when we covered that one hack and they only stole a gig of MailChimp data, it's like they became the laughing stock of the hacking community. Like, so there's a hacking community that's like, bro, really? You did all that work and you only took a gig? Like, this is nothing to brag about. Yeah, you're probably right about that.
And I'm sure they're gonna come back for vengeance. So
and it's gonna be 100 times worse because they
brutal.
can't, like, if it's all about their ego and reputation.
Yeah, and that's why you don't build a big company, so you're not a target. That's why people should not build big companies.
So we should not be outrageously successful, is what you're saying.
100%.
Okay.
There's no ego trip there.
Speaking of outrageously successful, Databricks was in the news, and I got this in a newsletter, and it said the 100 billion club just got a new member. Databricks hit 100 billion. You probably don't know what Databricks does. Most people don't. They handle data for companies. Now, I do know what Databricks does because my husband is in that field, so I hear about them all the time. Their valuation just jumped 61% in one funding round, and that puts them in the same league as SpaceX, ByteDance, and OpenAI. Think about that. A data company is now worth more than most countries' GDP. The money came from Thrive Capital and Inside Partners. These are not dumb investors throwing money around. They see something that we don't. That was in the article. And then I made Rhoda go and do some digging on this because I'm like, wait, is this one of those stories where, oh, it's such a successful company, but then they did like a series of layoffs to show profitability to get the funding? I wanted to like dig deeper and see if there's anything shady going on with Databricks. But no.
Wait, what?
So I said, why did their valuation jump so high? Well, first, they have not done any layoffs, okay? Databricks did cut costs through some efficiencies and moves, but not job cuts. Their headcount actually keeps climbing, now over 8,000 employees worldwide. But why did their valuation jump? Because the initial article I read was like, they know something we don't. I'm like, okay, I'm sure we can find out why. But they're basically betting on Databricks' AI growth plans. And the funding round oversubscribed and led by this Thrive Capital. And these guys, revenue hit 3.7 billion annualized, growing 50% year over year. And so they were like, we got to get on this rocket ship.
That's pretty crazy, actually.
Yeah, they're expanding into new AI offerings, Lake-based Agent Bricks, and some other acquisitions that they made. And Reddit users note employees have already gained IPO-like liquidity by selling shares in late-stage rounds. And the CEO, Ali Godsi says going public is not a question of if, but when. And most reports point to a potential IPO in 2025, 2026. So that is something we got to keep our eyes open for.
50% year over year is pretty crazy.
That is insane. I wonder, like, is it real growth or is it builder AI growth? TBD.
I think at these stages, with those kind of investors, they are checking. There's no shot.
Yeah, there's no shot. And Databricks is a pretty, like, decently known, mature company in the space.
What I don't like, though, whatever.
Please tell me what you don't like. This is what
I don't like the headlines. $100 billion club. They're, to most, including myself, I would think, oh, they're selling $100 billion a year. They're not. That was the valuation. They don't have $100 billion. Can't buy Chrome 5 times over.
Yeah.
That was their valuation. I don't care. That's a stupid headline.
They're 3.7 billion, which is already insane.
That's awesome.
Which is insane.
Glad. Yeah. That's not the $100 billion club, though.
Yeah.
Different.
So let's do a reference point. OpenAI reached 12 billion in annualized revenue by July 2025. Yeah. But the valuation obviously is totally different, right? We love doing
that shit. Do you remember when many companies were valued at a certain amount before, like around COVID era?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes.
Where are they at now? Where's PandaDoc?
Where's PandaDoc? Oh, shit.
Like all these companies are not valued that anymore. Great. 50% of the year is crazy. I get that though.
OpenAI's valuation is 300 billion on the low end and 500 billion on the high end.
See, I don't like that.
Yeah.
300 to 500 billion. It's quite the range.
That's like saying $300 to $500. You know, they're like making it seem like that. They're just throwing the numbers around.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think of a good analogy here. I don't like it though.
It's such B2B math. It's like a forecasting, you know?
It's like saying I could bench 325, but I really only bench 225. It's like I could in like 10 years, if I kept running and sprinting, I could do like
that's a good analogy.
A 3-second 40 dash. But right now it's not. But I could.
My body's made for it.
Yeah. Like if I stayed very rigorous, didn't have any kids, and I just every single day sprinted, rested, I slept 15 hours a day.
Yeah.
I took all my protein in and I did all the stretching and I never got hurt. I could.
Yeah.
Not right now, but I could.
Yeah. But could.
Valuation.
It's the potential.
It's the potential. I get it.
We'll do another analogy. You meet a guy on Tinder and you're like, wow, he has no job. Like, you know, he's kind of lazy, whatever, but like he's looking for jobs.
He's got his hair. He's got hair.
You know, he has a degree. He could be VP in 10 years if he put his mind to it.
Could be.
It's pretty good. That's pretty good. So yeah, so that's Databricks and the $100 billion club, a club I didn't know existed, but here we are.
It's made up.
Okay. Are we doing circle back or noodling?
Oh yeah, let's circle back.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. We do have a couple circle backs here. This is kind of riffing off of the old Duolingo social media director leaving. Let's start with that actually, because I thought this was savage.
Okay.
So the director of social, she kind of went on a run at Duolingo. Did really, really well actually. Zaria Parvez, I'm assuming.
Parvez.
So she was at Duolingo for a while. We all know about Duolingo's social, did great.
Yeah.
She actually has a lot of followers herself. She moved on, left the company, is now the director of social at DoorDash.
Dang.
And about 3 days ago, she posted that she left Duolingo and you know, is starting at DoorDash. Says, yeah, I'm excited to say I'm finally a director of social at DoorDash. I've always been a builder who loves starting from scratch, but this next chapter is about something bigger, empowering the next era. You know what? Don't care about that. Blah, blah, blah. The image, though.
Yes, the image
is the great part. She says all that, and then she puts an image with it. It looks like it's AI generated, I'm assuming.
No, it's not.
No?
No.
You created
In
it?
the comments, this
Love it.
illustration by Karen
Oh,
Buchanan, who
gotcha.
used to work with her, I think, Duolingo, had made this graphic. And for those just listening and not watching, it's her sitting in an airport and it says, DoorDash, your career upgrade has arrived. It's her sitting with her phone on top of the dead Duolingo owl.
Savage.
Savage. The kind of
Absolutely
drama we
savage.
live for in B2B. Holy shit.
Went crazy.
Yes, look at this post. When I liked it, it was like 500 people. It's 16,000 reactions, 43 reposts, 683 comments.
Killed it. I mean, I don't say.
Killed it. People
I
were
love
saying
it.
it's savage, whatever, but it's interesting. Now, my immediate thought went to DoorDash seeing this. Are they thinking this is petty? This is good. This is
they know what they're doing.
Starting a rival. I would never get away with something like this if I was in-house and trying to post something like that. It would never work.
You're in B2B. This is different. This is
oh
way
yeah,
different.
you're right. You're right. Well, if you go up though, she says, I'm finally asterisks around finally, which is taking another little jab at them.
Oh.
So if you go to her profile and look
director.
at what her title was at Duolingo, I think she was global senior social media manager. And like, obviously Duolingo is known for their social presence. She probably was vying for a director level or higher, right? Because it says in there that she was heading up social at Duolingo. And so she took two jabs there. One, the image, which was very obvious. And the second was, well, I'm finally a director after all these freaking years, because she was there for 5 years, where she obviously grew their account quite significantly. And so, yeah, good for her. I love when an employee gets the blah, blah, blah. This is the reason why no one would ever sponsor this podcast. We're like, for the people. Sponsor us.
Uber Eats would. Uber Eats definitely would.
Uber Eats would. At least this episode.
I love it. I think I say savage, but I think it's great.
Yeah, it sends a strong message,
Sends a message, and she's confident in it. And
yes.
I'm all for it, because most of them are like, oh, I had such a great time at blah, blah, blah. And
I know.
This is awesome. Nope. Fuck your shit. I'm here. Head of social. She's going to crush it. Maybe.
Well, speaking of, when people do get laid off, which we see those posts every week, and when they get laid off, they do this huge serenade to this company that just left them in the dust. They're always like, my time has come to an end, and I, had the best time, and I learned the best, and thank you, all you people who screwed me over, for this opportunity. This was so great, whatever. And my husband and I were talking about it the other day, and we're like, they did this to you. You owe them nothing. You definitely don't owe them a gesture of, and it's not me being petty, because I think that's a bigger person thing to do, but like, you don't have to do that. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a thing. Maybe you can ask and say, hey, yeah, I'm open to these opportunities, but like, I don't think you have to kiss the ass of the company that left you out to dry. What are your thoughts? That's my chili pepper take versus paprika take, but you tell me.
I think in hindsight, everything that you're saying is like right. Like, because if you think about it, every company anyone's ever pretty much left, outside of a few instances, they never really go back. They say, oh, if we start hiring again, we'll hire again. No one ever goes back, like rarely. I think at the end of the day, no one wants to burn a bridge. I think that's what it's really coming down to.
Yeah.
So you end up just kind of like thanking them, and then, but I'm open for new opportunities, blah, blah. You just don't. And I also think you also don't want to be portrayed as someone that burns the company in.
You don't have to write any post. That's my thing. It's like, you don't have to go out there and shit on the company, but you definitely don't have to. No, I'm not saying go out there and write a mean ass passive. That obviously reflects very poorly on you, but you don't owe them in your announcing I've been laid off post, right? Like, in your announcing for like, hey, I'm looking for new opportunities. You don't have to say shit about being nice to the other company, right? You don't have to do that. Like, that's just my stance on it. So when I see it, I'm like, is that how you really feel? Like, come on.
Maybe they do. Maybe, because I don't think a lot of people do that. Like, if they get laid off, they just say, hey, get laid off.
No, I always see the like,
Yeah.
here the opportunity, thank you, tagging fucking no, absolutely not. I've been through layoffs and stuff, and I'm like, their loss, but I'm not sitting here and kissing your ass after something like that. That's just like my take.
But maybe they are grateful for the people that they tag. Because there's a difference between the company and the boss, and then there's like the colleagues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you might love your actual manager, but you don't love the CMO or
Yeah.
whatever it is, whoever's actually calling the shots.
Yeah. I
So
can
there's
see
big
that.
differences there. Or like maybe the CEO is a freaking tyrant, but your direct report you love.
Yeah. I can actually think of one situation with that, but like I'm not going to
I'm sure
name
there's
names.
billion
Yeah, there's
situations.
thousands, but like yeah, I mean, you truly find out. It's one of those things where you truly find out who's in your corner when that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The question is that stuff that's lame. The burns, like this one, where
Yeah.
you're sitting on the dead Duolingo mascot.
Yeah, that's on the other extreme end of it.
I kind of like it. I wish.
I love it. Yeah.
I think it's better. I think
Popcorn,
for it.
like for us, it's great.
No one wants to burn bridges. I get it, but like,
yeah,
but
exactly.
who cares?
But also, who cares?
You do need the referrals and like, there's all that as like referral calls and stuff. But like, if you say like in that example, she's not talking about her direct manager or whoever might be doing the referral call. Maybe she doesn't like the company.
Yeah.
Different, right? Like it's way different.
Yeah.
I think have at it. I think there should be more. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. There should be more illustrations of you sitting on dead mascots of your previous companies.
Well, think about how are people supposed to know not to go and work for that company? Because we saw this, right? Like obviously the global paid or the global social media manager leaves. So, and we saw this all over LinkedIn. Duolingo is going to post the job, right? Director of social media, which I think now that we talked about it, this is interesting. She never became a director.
Yeah, she never became a director, and the job posting they did. Do you think
this is all 100%?
Wait.
100%.
Okay, let's look at the timestamps. So she posted that when you have it open. Let's see.
1 week.
No, this lady posted this 1 week, but when did Zaria post hers?
Zaria.
Hers was 3 days ago. Okay, so it was after. But very interesting. She probably fought for that, and now they're like, "Oh, cool. We'll just put."
That's what I'm saying. Like
shit.
Because this was after this was definitely put out there.
Yes.
If everything's timely, Nicole posted a week ago. The director of social media posting from Duolingo in the image says 1 day ago. So 8 days ago, it was posted. Got the image created after that from Zaria.
Okay.
Adds up now.
It adds up. So it's a director of social media. So these were like two separate incidents that were circulating on LinkedIn, but then we put the connection together now in terms of like some of the potential back end stuff that was going on. Okay. But what was the thing with this?
Well, this whole thing, there's actually a lot of people that posted about the director of social media doing it because of the salary. It's a social media job, and the salary is 189K to 342K. Quite the range, actually.
Yeah, huge range. It's like almost double.
Anyone in social media is like 342K. That's very nice. Like that's normal. That's like that's like a CMO position for a lot of companies. So that to me is actually very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So Nicole, she posted the image of the director of social media job listing. Everyone posting about the Duolingo director of social media role is focusing on the salary, but the real story is more nuanced. Most companies, brands, or clients will not pay anywhere near that. Duolingo built their reputation on its unhinged social presence and the amazing work by Zaria and her team, but they're not the norm, not by any measure. And yes, the high figure of 340K is amazing, but it comes with strings attached. The pressure to do well.
It's not an M-dash.
Whatever. The pressure to do well in that role will be immense. All eyes will be on you, and if you don't hit the ground running, you'll be old news quicker than a sigh from Lily when you get something wrong on Duolingo. I don't use Duolingo.
Yeah.
Your role will become your identity. That will likely be fine for some people, but I certainly wouldn't enjoy that. Buyers be aware of and all that. If the interviews I've seen recently are anything to go by, you'll also work hard for that money. Expect long hours to go with those big bucks. And New York City is a very expensive place to live. A lot of that will go into maintaining a decent standard of living. Is it an amazing role? A dream? I am happy the work of social media directors being recognized with a large paycheck. Absolutely. I was just a bit wary of all the excitement in the large number without added context. That's fair. But most social media listings are not 342K. So like in comparison, you're gonna have to work hard anywhere. I mean, what do you want to what do you expect? New York City, fair, like that's expensive city, but 342 is pretty good.
342 is pretty good. That's one. Two, I think Duolingo recognizes that they are known for their social presence. They have priced according to that, and obviously the location. Three, they know it's a high visibility role for their company. And also, it's not a regular social media manager like in B2B who's posting about freaking events and coming up with like a little content calendar, whatever. Like Duolingo has a lot of budget behind social. Like they are doing like videos, shoots, like all of this stuff. I feel like it may say social media, in the title, but you're very much like a creative director.
Yeah, you're content.
Like you are like basically a head of content.
Different platforms. You're managing influence. Like this is way more than just post on LinkedIn, about Valentine's Day or Happy Dog Day.
I actually don't envy them going through all the candidates who have to like stand out, because they probably have a ton of people who have applied. But I will say this, which is Gen Z is not freaking afraid to, come out swinging. And so you can give them, kudos on creativity and not giving a fudge about many things. And I look forward to seeing.
Did you just say fudge?
I said fudge for you.
Wow.
You're rubbing off on me.
Let's go.
What an influencer. Yeah. And so I just think that, I'm very interested to see, I think everybody is, who this person is that's going to be chosen and what made them stand out. I'm sure it's not going to be any like ordinary social media manager. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't care, and I won't follow up with it. But
we're supposed to follow up with it.
I had no idea who Zaria was until that post. So
me too. I did not know that she was behind it, but now I do. But apparently 16,000 people did.
Whoever the Ryanair people, that's probably just gonna get the job. The Ryanair social media.
Yeah, the Ryanair, they're just gonna go over. The Wendy's, they're pretty famous.
Yeah, Ryanair's better.
Ryanair.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, what's next? TitanX.
So this is a circle back. Do you remember?
What circle back? What did we cover about TitanX?
So they were the one that had the weird. They made the competitor website page.
Oh, they're back now. What?
They're back. So this is an interesting one. Well, sort of.
Okay.
TitanX is back because this lady Jennifer Frost is bashing them.
CEO of Cold Calling Unlimited. Okay.
And when I say bashing, she's just putting out her numbers. All right, so this is the post for context. Here's another round at TitanX using their P1s only which are supposed to be validated. So basically, TitanX is validating the numbers, make sure they're correct. And she has qualms because essentially some are actually fax numbers. So she puts her numbers, 55 calls, 4 incorrect, including a fax number, 29 voicemails, 12 not availables, 1 gatekeeper, 6 not interested, 3 busy callback laters. She's putting out her cold call numbers up there. And the thing about this, though, is that...
Did the CEO comment?
No, but the COO did.
Oh.
I think it was the COO of TitanX. We appreciate, who's Justin Middleton. We appreciate the insight, but you have not worked with our team to get it properly enabled. Multiple people have reached out in an attempt to do so. If you'd like to get the full benefit of what we do and the impact it can have, feel free to connect. If not, best of luck. I'm sure these posts are getting you the attention you seek.
They're such sore losers. Okay.
But that's the thing. Like, if she's just doing it and she's calling out TitanX every time, but she's not actually like, but they're like reaching out and they're like, hey, we can fix this. We can fix this. But she just doesn't want to have the call. What? Who's the fault here? Right.
But I think for those that don't remember, like I didn't remember until like 5 minutes ago, when we covered this, TitanX's claim to fame is that not only when you call, like there are a ton of dialers out there and a ton of like tools that would validate phone numbers. They're saying not only do they validate the phone numbers, they will also put you in touch with the ones that are actually interested in,
or pick up the phone,
who have the higher propensity to pick up the phone and who are like semi in market. So like the example, remember the guy gave was you're going door to door and it's saying, here's this entire neighborhood. They'll send you to the 5 houses that have the highest propensity to talk to you and likelihood to want to engage, right? And so she's saying like, hey, yeah, even at the base level, your validation isn't working because these all, half of them, these numbers aren't working. These are voicemail, whatever. So they're not picking up, like you're promising that like they have a propensity to pick up. And then on top of that, people who are supposed to be interested in it are not interested of the ones that did pick up. So whether the enablement was done or not, like, is she supposed to turn on a feature that enables that, or is that the product differentiator? That's my
I think it's onboarding. I don't think they onboarded
just
it.
onboarding.
I don't think she did onboarding. I think it's like getting a platform and not doing onboarding and just assuming you know what you're doing. I'm sure it's both sides of it. But what's funny is I literally learned this yesterday because I get a lot of cold calls and I'll answer them and then no one answers. And it's like annoying, like very annoying, because I'll say hello like 7 times and no one will answer. I'm giving you your shot, by the way. Like I'm picking up the phone. And I learned yesterday that it's companies like this that are calling you to see if you pick up.
And then hanging up.
And then hang up. It's like a power dialer though, so there's not like a person actually calling me. It's like a computer
It's like
calling
checking.
me.
It's like
checking to see if I answer or not.
And then if you do, and then finally someone could use that data as like you.
So now that's intent that I will pick up the phone. Which so fudging annoying because I did it to myself clearly, right? Because I'm picking up the phone. I pick up the phone every time now because I want to tell people no. Like I want to say like take me out for CRM. Like, but now I'm on the intent list.
Chelsea Castle, she put out a post.
Yep.
She's the head of content and brand at Close, but she did that. She started picking up calls, and she mentioned too that people are hanging up. But that is very, very interesting that that's what's going on. And for those that are looking, whatever, they continue to argue in the comments, the COO and her, she's saying, oh, these numbers aren't validated. He's saying this is impossible. Another SDR is chiming in saying, even me, a lowly SDR, I check my lists. I make sure the lists are good, things like that. So there's a lot of arguing back and forth, but she's basically saying, I don't understand how training or onboarding is going to help with the accuracy of your tool. Ultimately, it's just, in general, not a good look. Good attention, bad attention. You have to handle that with, caution. I think one of the things with him would have been like, hey, I'm going to DM you. Let's set up a call and like we can just verify that everything is set up correctly. I think there's a right and wrong way to answer it versus, oh, I hope this is getting you the attention that you seek. You did not do this, XYZ. You know what I mean? It's like not having good bedside manner for B2B SaaS, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. The other thing that's funny is there's a few comments that are saying, so 9 of the 55 people actually answered because you got some, gatekeeper or like whatever it is. Yeah. And I guess that's like, I don't know, cold calling metrics, but I guess that's like really high. So it's like, okay, yes, there was a fax number in there and like maybe 4 numbers were not validated, but your connect rate is actually like outstanding.
10% or whatever.
So why are you complaining?
Why are you crying about it?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, okay, there's going to be some bad stuff in there, but like your paprika is pure. Like you got tons of spice in there.
Let's see. Okay. So on TitanX's website, so her connect rate is what? A little under 10% because it's 9 out of 55, something like that. So 10% would be 11, something like that.
Yeah.
On their website, on their homepage, it says 25% connect rates with phone intent in all caps.
Say it again.
On their homepage, they say 25% connect rates with phone intent.
I don't believe it.
Clearly, she doesn't either because she put it to the test, right? So you go 1,000 dials. They're literally showing a graphic. You have a 4% connect rate, which I'm imagining is benchmark for the industry, right? 4 meetings, period. 1,000 dials, 25% connect rate, connects 250 meetings. She's basically calling BS on their claims.
I gotcha. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if she did 55 times, 25 connect rate, she should have connected with 13 people. And, she did connect, but 6 of them said they weren't interested. That's half gone, right? Because the intent is what they're selling.
Part's a big part here.
They're selling it with all caps phone intent. Know who answers before your reps hit dial. Test our claims in a pilot. increase your connect rate at least 300% or we pay you $10,000. So maybe she should just go claim her $10,000.
The math here doesn't make sense to me though. Like, who cares about connect rate? If you're getting a gatekeeper, no one's getting
anywhere.
Like, what is that? How does that increase your meetings?
And also a gatekeeper is likely someone who's like a receptionist or something. Like their job is to pick up the phone. Like you're going to connect with them, right? Yeah. Right?
Like if my son picks up the phone, you ain't selling them.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like who cares?
Yeah.
No, that's interesting math, I guess. I don't know anything about cold calling. I got fired from both my cold calling jobs.
I will say this. Yeah. I just told my husband today, I was like, cold calling, the only job that I was really, really bad at was being an account executive. I was great at everything about that job, minus the cold calling part. Nothing I hated more. So kudos to anybody who can do that, because I 100%, it's brutal. I can't do it. I feel bad. I get annoyed when people cold call me. It takes someone with really thick skin to be able to do it and do it well and continue to do it with the ridiculous amount of rejection that you get.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not calling a restaurant if I can't reserve online. Like, there's no shot in doing a reservation. I'm not calling you for a reservation. Sorry, not happening.
No, I have to do. I'm the PR manager of the house. I have to call every place. Every place.
No shot. I'm not ordering a pizza by calling and putting an order in. Nope. No shot.
That's why you have 2 VAs.
True. Facts. Absolutely.
Do they call for you on your behalf for things?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dentist. Reschedule a dentist appointment. Oh, yeah. It's hilarious because I will not call them. I refuse to reschedule a dentist appointment that way. Sounds terrible. What am I supposed to do? Pharmacies? No shot am I calling them.
But what about medical information with pharmacies, though?
We got all the authorizations done.
Okay. All right.
Blue Cross authorization forms.
Wow.
A little facts and facts there.
They could ruin your life so easily.
Ruin their life too. How about that?
Oh,
I got their information too. That's how
but they're in the Philippines. Like if they wanted to disappear on you,
I got United Airlines.
You got
points. I got points here.
You would go over there and do what?
Just say, hey, that's awkward. That's weird. Don't do that.
Just say, hey.
Don't do that. That's weird.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Next. Let's Noodle segment. LinkedIn influencers and founders lose credibility when they jump missions every 1 or 2 years. I remember this post.
I got thoughts.
Oh boy. Okay. Mike Gossett, deal progression, AI agents, control win. Okay. Some weird tagline. Okay. He said, the problem with LinkedIn influencers is that they're so driven by their mission that they change jobs every year and a half, sometimes even faster. This is another thing that kills everyone's credibility. Why? Because these people are seen as sector leaders. Acting like this makes the sector look foolish. They post every day about how their mission is important, how much they believe in it, how much the world couldn't live without it. And a year later, they found a new, read better paid mission that completely takes over, and they repeat the same story. And now I'm starting to see the same thing with founders. They brainwash people on LinkedIn for a year about how their mission is absolutely critical and then move on to a different role to make more money. And then he gives a couple of examples of like the types of posts. And then he goes, clarifying intent. This is about the long-term responsibility that comes with reach, not any one person. However, he posts a screenshot that shows Chief Marketing Officer at Copy AI and then Global VP of Marketing at ClickUp, which happens to be none other than Kyle Coleman. He doesn't post his specific thing, but he just takes a screenshot of just those 2 things. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, Kyle Coleman was the face of Copy AI. We covered his job change as well, and he was very gung-ho about that mission. He talked at Drive last year, did the whole thing on how they brought CAC down to $0 and talked a lot about like Copy AI and that kind of stuff. He was heavy on LinkedIn. They did a bunch of like series and that kind of content. And obviously now he's gone to ClickUp. I don't see him on the feed a lot. Do you see him on the feed a lot more? Does he talk a lot about ClickUp now?
He's slowed down. I know he had a kid when he was at Copy AI, had something to do with it, but yeah, he's definitely, especially since like Clary days when he was more vocal, it's definitely slowed down.
Yeah. I want to hear your thoughts. You said you have thoughts. Let's hear your thoughts before I give you my thoughts.
So I'm going to give my thoughts first on the actual, what he's talking about with Kyle Coleman.
Yes.
The guy, I don't think the person even clicked see more. Kyle before that was at 4 years at Clary and then 6 years at Looker. The guy is saying they change every 1.5 years.
So
He did it once.
he only took the screenshot that fit his narrative.
He did it once. He moved from a company once in that short period of time. Once. And then
Oh
called it
my
out.
God. Yeah.
Everything else, he was there literally almost 4 years and 10 months at Clary.
Yeah.
Before that, he was 6 years at Looker.
Yeah.
He stays put. He does not like move around every 1.5 years. He didn't like the company at Copy AI, clearly.
Yeah. Something like maybe the work-life balance. It was a lot on his shoulder. Whatever the reason, maybe. Yeah. Whatever.
It didn't work out. People make mistakes.
It didn't work out.
They go to somewhere and it didn't work out.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
What the heck? Don't call them out for that.
For 1 year.
Because now the whole thing's bamboozled now. Now I'm bamboozled because show me another example of this. I'm sure there is examples. I don't know how many people actually move every year and a half, because a lot of the influencers he's talking about, LinkedIn influencers, he's using as like a bad word. They just go out on their own. They don't leave every company every year. They just end up going out on their own. So I don't think he has that many examples. I hope he calls us out. I really do. And shows us examples. But this one, because I saw in the comments, people did call out Kyle. Like they said, this is Kyle. They know who he's talking about.
They said, when you know who the profile belongs to.
And again, literally did that once. Everything else was for almost 5 years and 6 years.
You know what's funny? I'm going through some of the comments now. And this one dude, which like I want to talk about too. People come for LinkedIn influencers and like, we roll eyes at some of them, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes they come and it's like angry people who are on Reddit and Instagram and stuff like that. They're angry people on LinkedIn too, and they always have a problem. But it's like the hypocrisy is so widespread because this guy, Cameron, was like spot on, like this dweeb. He couldn't get a job, so he founded his own consultancy, whoever this is. And then the author is like, Cameron, please, and screenshots Cameron's profile where it went from senior recruiter to his own consultancy. Like, that's bro, hilarious. You did the same thing, but if someone else does it, then they're wrong. And people are like, this post is rage bait, correct? And the hook could have been, you mad, bro? So
yeah, like that's the thing. He did the exact same thing Kyle did. He was at Outreach for a year. Everything else before that was 4 years. In 2 years. He's actually worse than Kyle.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing. Like, oh my. I love that he called that out though. That's great.
Yeah, that's great. So they're going back and forth. They're both like, Yeah. And so then Sarah's like, what's the difference from non-LinkedIn influencers? I mean, this stuff happens regardless whether you're an influencer or not. Can we like all stop pretending for 1 second that any of us are doing this out of the like goodness of our hearts? Like, obviously it's great to have your career progression and stuff like that. Kyle's not fucking doing it for free. He has a family, he has bills to pay, he has a career path. Like everybody needs money to live and to support their lives and their lifestyle. Maybe they have stuff that's important to them that a company's not. Like,
things change.
Yeah. Can we not? The only people who are doing something out of the goodness of their hearts are you and me with this podcast. Okay.
So
and it's not out of the goodness of our hearts.
Yeah. The post sucks because it's a lie. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Yeah. If we talk about let's talk about the actual, like what he's talking about, the concept of it.
Yeah.
First off, not about LinkedIn influencers. Yes, there might be some examples of that, but there's not a lot. I would say most people do it because you make a lot more money moving company to company.
1000%.
There's literally data out there. And we've all been it. I've done it. I've literally gotten raises because I've said, I'm going to go to this company, and then they told me to stay. That's how you make more money. If you stayed at one company for 20 years, you're going to make a 2% jumps. Less. Oh my gosh. You're going to make literally less than the people coming in because of inflation.
Yeah.
So
1000%.
I don't even care about the LinkedIn influencer part. Like if you're not moving companies every 2, 3, 4 years,
you're not making.
You're broke. Yeah. I'm sorry. You're broke. Yeah. You're losing it. You're losing money.
You're losing money. You're leaving money on the table. 100%. The other thing is, it's been a volatile market since COVID. And so sometimes I look at profile and stuff and I don't put a lot of stake into tenure because sometimes it's not the people wanting to leave, right? So it's like, oh, you're part of a riff. You are part of another riff. Like I know people who've been laid off more than one time. It's just such a normal thing now that it's just like, it's become this thing. So it's hard to judge someone based on something without even talking to them. So if you're like a recruiter going through profiles and you're saying, oh, this person keeps jumping every year, I'm not even going to talk to them. It's like, understand that there's nuance and the kind of market that you're in, and people just move. But in Kyle's case, I love how he only pulled the two things that fit his narrative, which is such a, you want to talk about shitty LinkedIn influencing, that's a prime example right there.
By the way, what you were talking about, like recruiters judging people because they moved every year. Then you look at the recruiter profile. What'd they do? They moved every year.
Yeah.
There's gaps.
Yeah.
Things happen. COVID. Oh, I'm sorry. COVID didn't lay off a bunch of people. Yeah, it did. Yes. Shit happens.
Yes.
I don't trust someone that's been in a company for 5 years. How about that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's Jack calls him out and it says selective screenshot to try and make your point. How long was he at Clarion Looker prior to those two roles? And so it was totally rage bait. And Kyle is such a stand-up dude. So
he is a good guy.
He is a good guy because over here, Jack calls him out and the Mike guy goes 4 years, 10 months, 6 years, 1 month. Here, though, Kyle says, totally right. Kyle didn't have to say shit.
Like, well, actually, not. I thought you were going to say something different. I thought
and he goes, sarcasm detector's not working today.
Yeah, totally right. It's pretty funny, actually. Good for him.
Yeah, totally right. Yeah, 495. How much was the post? 495 reactions. This guy got 157 reactions on his post, but Kyle's comment got 465.
Go back up. Yeah. To Kyle's?
Right here.
Kyle, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, 495 reactions on his comment versus 157 on the post itself. Yeah, and it's true. It's not always about pay. It's not, and also it's like none of your freaking business, dude. And yeah, like what do you want them to do? They're obviously supporting the company that they're working at. They're talking about them, whatever.
It's their job.
It's their job.
Promote it.
Like, yes.
It's literally the job.
Yeah. And now, like, you move companies. Yeah, you're going to be loyal to the team you're playing with, you know?
You can change your mind, by the way. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Things happen. Like,
or two things can be true at the same time. Copy AI was like writing using AI. ClickUp is project management. They're not even like competing tools or something. You know what I mean? It would be a little more shady if it was like copy AI to Jasper and then suddenly he's shitting on copy AI. Like that would be a little bit different, you know?
Yeah, that'd be funny, actually.
No.
That'd be funny.
No. Okay. What's next?
What we got here? Okay. This is actually a little good on the good side here. A little nice and bright side here. Canva's been in the news a little bit.
Okay, let's see it.
Here. So Canva. You use Canva, right?
I use Canva. I'm still waiting for them to charge me because I've used it for 3 years for free now.
How?
So I just have never needed the pro version. I don't know. I just use it for free. Yeah.
All right. Good for you. All right. So Jen talks about the old Canva because Canva is a female-led Canva.
Yes.
Now worth $42 billion, and its employees are becoming overnight millionaires. Which, is that true? Or no?
Yes, I actually did read an article about this on LinkedIn. Yes, but keep reading.
So I'm going to read the image to give more context here. So Canva is already the largest female-led startup in the world, but it just hit new heights, a $42 billion valuation. Again, with the valuation crap. It came from a share sale led by Fidelity and JP Morgan, letting employees cash out up to $3 million in equity each. For many, it meant becoming overnight millionaires. Wow. Founders Melanie Perkins and Cliff Obrecht pledged to donate 80% of their stake to charity. Holy
yes. Slow clap.
What the?
They're way better people than we are. But that's incredible. Man. I did read an article about how Canva employees have become overnight millionaires because of the pledge that she had made to them, especially the ones that joined early on. There's like a good chunk of them too that have become that. And the 80% stake to charity is like, you know, the charity.
That's crazy. I wonder if it's because they're an Australian company, honestly.
You know what? Maybe now I will pay for them just based on that mission alone. Like that.
You're probably the reason they didn't donate more. Free over here.
I have been freeloading every single graphic of mine on LinkedIn, every slide deck, every single thing has been sitting in there. I've paid nothing. $0 I've paid them. And I'm like, all they have to do is say, hey, Tass, to continue using Canva, you need to upgrade your account I would easily buy it. But until that time comes, I will keep going.
It doesn't stop you from using some images because it's free?
Yeah, it does, but I don't need those
that's not
images.
annoying you?
No, I don't need to use any of those images.
You don't use like
because
the brand stuff?
I have my brand stuff. Like it lets me store 3 primary brand colors, which I do. Like that's it. Like I use the same types of like arrows and da-da-da. And they're all like part of the free Canva plan.
It's fair enough.
Hopefully Melanie isn't listening to this.
Yeah, she can't come for you. That's pretty great.
Very famous thing. She'd probably be like, it's fine. She's part of the 80% charity.
True. Ted's fault.
Amazing. Very good.
Love
some wholesome news here, especially when employees are also like getting what they were promised. And there's a success story there. Okay. Yeah. What's going on with this next one? Impersonation. Love a good impersonation story. Love it. You do. I love the stories. I don't like when people do it.
Okay, this one is interesting.
Okay, let's see it.
All right. So Jolisa Scow writes
Freelancer.
This. Freelance content writer, content strategist, and SEO guru, probably. Strap in, folks, for the most ridiculous story. In June, I found out that someone was pretending to be me in order to work as a contractor for an upstanding company. She was writing for them. She used my name, my portfolio, my bio, photos of me, my writing samples. She even had my home address listed as her own. And she's been doing this since 2023. Her writing was good enough so as not to create any suspicions. Honestly, that's all crazy, but here's the part that makes me feel the most uncomfortable. She was a regular participant in the company's Slack, and everyone thought that they were interacting with me. Well, me. There's this whole team of people out there thinking that they were talking to me when it was someone else all along. Doesn't that give you the heebie-jeebies? Luckily, once I found out the company she was working for believed my crazy story right away. I mean, I look at my photo, so it makes sense, and took immediate action. How do they not see her on camera, you ask? She'd get on meetings and speak with her camera off, citing some sort of speech impediment or something that would happen if she was on camera. That's the thing, probably. So writers out there and anyone else with an online portfolio, here's what you should do. Google yourself on a regular basis. Yourself, I guess. If I had done this sooner, I would have found the bio she had listed on the company's site as well. Wow.
Whoa.
The company's site. As well as a few other random articles that she had completed on a freelance basis from getting the gig. Use Google Alerts, you say. I do. I have it turned on for my name, but never got any alerts about a bio appearing. There's actually another part of the story, but I'll save that for the next post. This is enough ridiculousness for one post, I think.
Oh my god. 2,300 reactions, 100 reposts. Insane. How did she get paid?
That's a good question, because how does that even work?
Direct deposit accounts don't have to match the employee's name.
What?
That is actually true. All you have to do is provide a routing number, an account number. You don't have, it's not like a...
You don't need a social security. Yeah, I mean, I guess, not think about it. Any client that pays me, there's not much like, there's not like a lot of background.
If you're hired as an independent contractor, you don't need shit.
They don't need to do any background
checking.
Whoa. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty freaking crazy. But what's interesting is the work was good enough. So like, why?
It passed. So like, why not go as yourself? I guess you wouldn't have been.
Well, let's see.
How many followers does
she might have like a good background. Like I see Martech, freelance writer, search engine land, sites. So she's probably got like a good portfolio from that sense that she can use. And
how many followers?
Jolisa?
Not many, but she has enough of a background that she thought she could probably maybe use her portfolio and resume.
She hasn't posted the next post yet, by the way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Wow.
It's pretty, I mean, it's quite crazy. 2023 from 2020.
You know what's funny is that we talked about all those guys who like get multiple jobs.
Yeah.
You know, and they just don't perform. This person did the scam and performed. And I almost feel sad for them that they feel like they couldn't have done that without being somebody else. You know, like would she have gotten her foot in the door had she not had all of this background? You know what I mean?
This is one of the things that happens a lot, right? Like you can do it. You're good at your job, but you don't have the background. You didn't have the chance. No one really knows how good you're at a job until you actually get it. So like if you and I were applying for the same job, like an AI job, and I worked at OpenAI and you worked at freaking Joe Schmo, whatever, they're going to pick the OpenAI person.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't matter because everything else sounded right. That sounded the same.
Yeah.
I also want to give this person kudos at some point.
Like they managed to keep up
Do
the
it. Yeah.
scam this entire time.
I mean, it's one of those things where you lie.
Yeah, it almost takes more energy to keep up a fake appearance than it does to just be
Yes,
honest.
but it's so awkward to like, I can guarantee you this person had thoughts about like, all right, I'm doing good work. Like, what if I just talk to them and then just like tell the story, like, crying a little bit, maybe something. I'm good at this. Like, I could still do this. I just want to get out of the lies.
The lie.
But like, how do you can't do 100% fired.
No. Yes.
Probably like
they
legal
would
action.
immediately stop. Yes. Yes.
Like, so what do you then you're screwed.
You keep going.
Because that was the only thing you had in your resume.
Yeah.
You can't use it anymore.
Wow.
But now it's worse.
Yeah.
So now it's worse though. That's the thing.
Yes. You can still not use it because if they ever did a verification or asked for a reference, you like still have to continue to be Julissa forever at this rate.
Here's where it might get weird. Because what about taxes?
Yeah.
Because if they're using her information and this person's making money, I can almost guarantee you she's not filing taxes on her behalf.
Probably either that or she's put her social in there, and like who in HR is like looking at her social. If you're a freelancer, you've just set up your own payroll. You've set set up your own taxes and stuff. You're responsible for your own stuff.
So like what I'm saying is like if Julissa like in a couple of years gets audited because she didn't pay taxes on money she made from 2023 to 2025. They're not gonna be like, well, I don't care about your LinkedIn story. Like, you want our money.
Yes, exactly.
That's what's scary.
Okay. Are we doing this last one? Because Drive is in 12 days. I am so excited for Drive.
True. And I'll be at Inbound next week.
And Inbound. No one gives a crap about Inbound. Other than 2,000 people. Just 10, I don't give 10,000. Shit. Oh my God. Okay. 10,000 people give a shit about Inbound. But I don't like big conferences. I really don't ever want to go to one. But Drive, 12 days away. Very excited. Yeah. To hang out with all my friends and definitely for the talks and stuff, And
no shot. Don't really care.
Yeah, no shot. Don't really care. Very excited about that. But it has resurfaced again, this whole issue about consultants and agencies being excluded from events. Also because our feed was full of like highlines, pictures and clips and things like that, the usual stuff. And Drew, who I actually did meet in person, good dude, did this whole write-up on it. So it's kind of a circle back. He's still bringing up the same points. Maybe I won't read the whole post. He brings up some good ones, but Dave chimes in, Pep chimes in, all of this stuff, right? And he goes, in-house marketers, do agencies actually ruin events for you? No consultants, no agencies, just real conversations. I think this roadblock emoji, that's funny. That was Highline. That was also Spring. And then Exit 5 kept their pool of agencies freelancers to 25%. So if we're inherently less useful and more pitchy, than tech companies selling software, which he makes a good point. Like tech companies selling software, no one will hound you more. I've never had an agency hound me as much as someone who runs a product or whatever, like an SDR to a company. And then he goes, here's the thing. I learned more at Chilipalooza from Garrett at Directive. Hey, plug, right? Your old spot. Your old spot.
I don't do plugs.
Then anyone else there. Agency owners see patterns across dozens of companies that in-house teams may experience just once. We're laser focused and blah, blah, blah. Grateful to be attending Drive in a couple of weeks where I'll be jamming with marketers. And then he lists a bunch he's very excited to talk to about stuff. And he goes, basically, honest question, are agency people and consultants truly making events less enjoyable or valuable for you? And obviously a lot of consultants commenting and stuff, but Pep says it's just conference math. It's nothing personal. Basically the same stuff he'd said on our podcast too. He's like, it's our ICP. We eventually want to sell to our ICP. So again, all of us should be under zero illusions that like Exit 5 is throwing this event because they just want to get us all together and want to have a good time. Sure, that's part of it. But ultimately, sponsorships pay the bills. They pay for all of these things. And so like they want to sell to their ICP more than they want to do. Like you and I aren't sponsoring Drive. We're not paying $30,000 for a sponsorship package on the low end, right? No shot. So that's what Pep's saying. Dave just made a joke about how he's revoking his ticket.
Fair enough.
And Zach, our good friend Zach Roberts, who is a consultant, says, one way I'm thinking about this because I'm about to hit a morning gym workout. Does leg day actually ruin your day? Yeah, but you get over it. And when you think about the long-term benefits, how does this relate to your original question? When something bothers, there's still space to learn from it. The brain is a muscle too. Thanks for the shout out, brother. So everybody can see both sides of it, but it still never feels good to be the like ugly ducklings of the industry, right?
Yeah, but who cares? I mean, I don't know. I think said it best, like it's just math. Like
yeah, it's just math.
It's just business.
And I think, again, why are we all playing this game like we are doing this not for profit? We are not running a B2B charity. Like,
yeah,
even a charity is fundraising at all times. They need money. And so that is just the nature of the situation as, you know, they are a membership community, sure. People are going to go there and want to hang out with their peers, namely me. And like, yeah, who has a higher likelihood of sponsoring that event? Is it Story Lane or whatever, or Taspo or Scroll App? But ultimately, it's also like, look at the people who talked. Look at the people who promoted Highline. Look at the people who talk at Exit 5. A lot of them are solos, consultants, those people who are like teaching other people, right? Jen, April Dunford, like all these people are solos teaching those places. And then the part of the 25% who are going are people who are very active on LinkedIn. It's the circle of like, we are all going to post about Drive. We are all going to promote the stuff. So everything is very strategic. And ultimately, if you're not big enough or don't have enough clout, or you're not in-house, you kind of get pushed to the side a little bit.
It's just, I mean, it's just business.
It's just business. It's not personal.
But, you know, all the influencers, they kind of move every year, so it doesn't really matter.
Not us.
Yeah, true.
Look at us. We've been at our companies for 2 years.
So it's time to leave.
It's time to leave and go get a salary increase somewhere else.
Pretty much.
We are either taking sponsors, or if anyone wants to hire us, please hit us up in the DMs.
Wow, that sounded really very desperate. Wow.
Retention.
Retention's dying.
Okay, peace.
All right.
And that's a wrap on Notorious B2B, where we expose the nonsense and remind you that most B2B marketing is just a very expensive guessing game.
Don't, and post a passive-aggressive LinkedIn poll about it. We'll still find you.
And if you have B2B drama we should cover, slide into our DMs. We accept screenshots, leaked internal memos, and questionable brand rebrands.
Until next time, keep your marketing unhinged and your LinkedIn bio free of the words growth hacker. See you later.
Later, skater.